Yeah, so we may have goofed up and caused the apocalypse, parasites and zombies. Funny, right? So, we have 10 days before the first horde hits, and everything is on the line here. We need reliable food, secure the base, and survive our first wave. We have 10 days, and we are humanity's final and last hope. Day 1, we collected all of our random items and situated our inventory. We start off with a gun, a lead grade sword, and lots of food and healing. Why? Because we must cycle our food or it loses nutritional value. First things first, I cleared the airspace, because that thing right there will ruin your playthrough. And when you hear that satisfying ding, that's when you know you got a critical hit. You will learn to hate those things. For the most part of day 1, I cleaned up and flattened out the house. Trust me, this is the safest option to do. As I was digging at night, I found out something about my shovel. My shovel, for some reason, is acting like a light source. That is... like, no other tool is doing that, but my shovel? Yes. I even have another one tested. Boom, light source. So, I technically have light. So thinking I was safe, I went mining in my home, and I had no clue what the hell that thing was. And it freaked me out so much. Almost killed me right there, not even safe in my own home. It is taking me down to almost no health. This would have been the end of the playthrough. Apparently these things appear out of the ground in complete darkness. So yes, my broken shovel isn't a quote-unquote light source. But you know what? I digress. I went inside to heal, and then I opened an intestine. Ew! Got that from an intestine? Gross. But I just got seeds, so that's epic. Ah yes, day 2, we have awoken and went straight to work on defense. Then, like every day past now, we clean up outside. Get rid of these zombie pests. Sweeping the floor with our megalodongus sword. And we got that big sword energy, you know it. Daylight goes away really fast in this mod, so every second counts. And these seconds went to mass murder. Also, these firefighter zombies will be the only ones right now that can break blocks and doors. I also like how these zombies explode and break down like Lego bricks. Our wasteland is surrounded by this grayed out biome, which I really suggest avoiding. You will in fact die of death. Scout from Team Fortress. Oh, what the? What are you? Oh no, go away. Yeah, 3. Let's get him. Oh. Okay, the scout from Team Fortress 2 is right here. Can I hit him? Man, I got one of them. I murdered the scouts from Team Fortress 2. Let's go. What do they have? Nothing. Great. Alright, this is worth it. It's getting late. I gotta get back now. And for whatever reason, that house was just having me all sorts of bugs. It took from my friends from 100 to 4. Hell no. I could sleep. Yes! But apparently all it does is fast forward time. So it's slow. But I can actually sleep. The start of day 3, I got a microwave. Yeah, we got a microwave. I stole a microwave. I don't know how this works. But it apparently does something, so that's pretty cool. And then I thought it was a wonderful idea to go into a dark-ass cave outside of my house. I needed iron and materials, but I saw nothing in them. But I did almost get swarmed by those things again. They just rise from the ground. What? By the way, yes, my pie is in fact glowing. So what? The what, in fact, is why I'm still even down here and didn't just run till now. I ain't sticking around for any of that. To give you a taste of how I felt, I wanted to leave, but I was too scared to even pull out my tools to get out, and then a zombie freaked me out. Yes, those things are gonna give me some PTSD. How am I surviving this? After all of that pain, I am going to be starting the digging process of our pit that will surround the house. It's dangerous to even do this because I could be dropped on without even knowing it. I don't think the undead really cares about personal space or well-being, but, you know, And then I gave a little showcase about what we are at and what is around us. And you know, it says what you would expect. A wasteland. The pit is slowly but surely happening. And then I went inside, I cracked a couple items, then went to bed. Because, no, I ain't dealing with the night, ever. You are also getting a little taste of what it is like to sleep. And you see that timer? It goes really fast as there's no mobs. But it goes insanely slow if a zombie or two is around your door. You're welcome. Good morning. I went outside to test my new ranged weapon, and it is the throwing axes. They are fine, I suppose, but my sword is clearly better. But till I get a bow, I guess they could be fine. It is, in fact, better than nothing. Wow. Who would have guessed? And you know what? We're doing what we always do every morning. We clean out the zombies so they don't surround us. Then went out to explore the remaining POIs that is around my area. And I got some knowledge. But then the first chest gave us diamond, iron, and redstone. I don't understand why it's so bare and why it's just diamonds in that chest, but okay. Got black dye and a spear, but it didn't matter. As soon as they walked up that stairway though, boom, full set of armor. It is an understatement to say that today I really felt good. And you know what? I decided to leave while my head was held high. But first we got this last chest and it gave us a whole grenade. And you know, good and damn well we're using it later. Plus, decided to bring the jukebox just in case we can get some music going. Now with the armor and with the iron we got, we can now create bullets out of the nuggets and gunpowder that I've decided to save up. And look at that. We are now getting pitted. We feel amazing. We feel nearly unstoppable. Felt really good for something to finally go my way. Now we went off exploring, and what do you know? We decided to go search the desk, and we have a whole rifle. No, none of this is planted by me. Don't even think about it. That would be too obvious if it was by me. This is all what's in the game, and you can even look it up to know for a fact that is just the generation. It isn't random, I believe. I believe for the most part it is set. Because look at that. Diamonds and bullets we have created and found. Amazing. On my way back, I was harassed by a boar. I guess it's a boar? It's tough as hell and will break your bone. Head still high though. Head still held high. And you know what? It's even higher now that we were able to craft a diamond pickaxe. I never thought I'd ever get any sort of good gear. This is the best. Full armor and a diamond pick along with all of these great weapons. We are ready and steady. We're gonna go into this now. But we also had enough to create some barbed wire. And I organized before going straight to sleep. Day 5. Woke up to beautiful sounding rain. And the reflections are just amazing to see. Did the usual cleanup around the house, though had a little trouble, to say the least. It never gets any easier leaving our compound paradise, even though making the dead more dead is of high priority. Slicing and dicing is our new and main hobby. Thanks to the fire axe zombies being the ones that can break down doors and blocks, I may or may not have lost my most protected doorway yet, which is my iron door. Thanks to having these barbed wire though, I didn't lose my base and my life, but I was this close. There was 3 of them out here, with most of them being also zombies. Now imagine a mini horde coming inside your house. You're not gonna live. And with the remaining ammunition I have, I needed to save it for the 10th night. I can't go around wasting it willy-nilly. And that gave me an even bigger reason to create my pit, so that this will never happen again. Playing it safe, I decided to build up our defenses and to take drugs. Drugs and mining is our new way of life right now. After consuming all the drugs and healing up my fatal wounds, I went back straight to mining, and this is all we did for the remainder of the day. We walk inside and we go to sleep. The next day, all of day 6, we went off to build our defenses. We have until day 10 to prepare, and we are severely lacking. But being the last person alive around here really doesn't make the job any easier. And now we're off to day 7. Along with day 7, there really wasn't much we did. We cleaned up and started to double up on our walls. And you know what? This decision really and drastically changed what would happen in the future. I did a very smart drop down to start filling the pit with our wires. And wires is all we have thanks to not having any iron for a bucket, nor did we even have lava to begin with. Open up a couple more intestines, and wow, slime, and bone meal. Bone meal is the only factor that I like because we haven't been getting any bones, but have been breaking bones. Then I crafted some hatches, or as you call them, trap doors. That is so we can easily and safely walk across and close up our way out. Day 7's over and off to day 8. Day 8 was rinse and repeat, but I wanted to go to the watchtower I saw from day 1 while it had no horde. And you know, I did get something. It's not the worst, of course. Anything's better than nothing, but arrows and some bullets came. So, cool. Now, getting down the tower was really dangerous, seeing as how I almost had my playthrough ended a second time. Or third. No, I've lost count of how many times I almost killed myself. After that little run through with Bobby Boy over here, we traveled the same direction and found a base protected by the Heavy and Medic from Team Fortress 2. I swear hitting the Heavy was hard. I'm not incompetent. Please believe me. Trust me. He had jukes and brains and luck. I clearly was at his mercy because I could not for the life of me hit him. Look at his movement. He's so good at the game. Until he wasn't. After completely owning the Heavy, I decided to raid their base for food and items. And oh boy, did I take all of their food. This is our life's essence. I know you can't technically eat it over and over thanks to nutritional values, but hey, you still got food, and it will work eventually. I even got a spy's baguette, and at the end of the day, we created a bow and went to bed. That was the end of day 8. Oh boy, day 9. We see our trap has been working wonders. I then found out my head can feckin' rotate all around. Just putting all around the world means. Why would I want this? To be the next exorcism? No thank you. I did a risky operation to keep the zombies at bay as I plant crops around the only water source near me. And yes, it needs water in this mod. You can't just place it on dry land. It will never grow. Then, I took a small trip out and thought it would be cool to play a third-person Minecraft. It'd be hard, but it looks so pleasing to the eye. Just watch this. I mean, it's like its own different game. The animation is just amazing in this mod. Had a midnight snack, and then off to day 10. Day 10 started off strong with a frontal assault from Mr. Fireman. And he tore down every door in defense I had. I even allowed him to come inside. I was too afraid to fight him at our front door. And thanks to our iron door being gone, he's able to just break right on through. So we had to take care of him before he even got the day started. Wasted ammunition before the night even begun. I got to see my turret do things. Very satisfying but a waste. And yes, I did in fact get a whole turret from a zombie. It is insanity. Even though I definitely should have waited to even test it out, my curiosity got to me and I just like hearing the burr of the turret defending my base. Collected some new weapons from the engineers from Team Fortress 2, though they're a little bit dead. But now they're even more dead, so the dead engineers. Decided to open up the space and instantly said nope and ran the fuck out. I am not a part of anything of what that is. Then, I sleep to get night to start even quicker. We needed day 10 to end. And here it comes. What we've all been waiting for. Of course, after I play with my turret and gun even more, before the horde happens. How smart am I? Yep, you read that right. Zombies have evolved. The night 10 horde will be starting soon, and now they can break blocks. Isn't that just swell? I think it's swell. We decided to try to loot some of the POIs. The only one near me that hasn't been looted. And it is just steadily being broken apart by these zombies. It is terrifying to know that they can just come in whenever they want. Triple layered up the walls, and the night has started. Was battling myself on whether how much ammo to put into this turret, and if it would even be useful or not. But I decided to do it anyways. And the horde back there is massive. Don't let it fool you. You see how far that is? It doesn't matter. There is about 100 zombies just right there. And that is only the first of many hordes to come. This has become the true test on whether my resource management and base is ready to stand up to the test against the full blunt force of a horde. And you know what? The grenade did most of the damage blasting away the zombies. but somehow its reach also reached all the way up here, destroying the only form of defense other than my barbed wire. So that was fantastic. Ammo count is running low, arrows are also running low, so I decided to try to use my sword to limit how much I use. And you know what? I think I quickly and formally stood against that idea after what I just tried to accomplish. Like, I literally gave them a pathway to reach to me. That almost goofed me up, seeing as how I thought they'd fall through, but nope, I decided to try to save them. So, no thank you. A flying whatever the hell that is came down on me and almost pushed me into the horde. These zombies had air support, and I needed to take it out fast because they were banging on all of my walls and trying to dig through from the bottom. And you know what? I was injured and slow, and my mental state really isn't that great, so I ran inside to quickly get a little healed up. I'm running low on ammunition, the zombies are piling up on my front door, my barbed wire is being whittled away thanks to how many there even are, but alas, daylight is creeping in, and I decided to keep on fighting. One bullet after another, zombie taken down one by one. My luck is running out. But with daylight coming in, I decided to take the remainder out with my sword. I know it was a very dangerous and daring move, but I had nothing left to give. It was a long and a hard-fought battle, but we finally did it. We are whittling them down to little to none. We will eradicate any of them on our base. And our funnel trap down there has really done its wonders, keeping them all in bay and keeping them all stuck down there just waiting to be killed. And alas, this is also why I love the greatsword. Look at it make quick work of the undead, just slicing and dicing with ease. I didn't even have to go down. My reach is far enough to touch their stupid heads. And finally, the noises of the horde has been ceased, and I embrace the silence. As I collect up the body parts and the remaining items on the ground, I organize my inventory. But of course, before I go, there was still one more monster down in here. And no, I am not talking about Mr. No Legs over here. No, there's still one more that I have to take care of. And I think he's the scariest one yet. I killed Sans the Skeleton from Undertale! I got more seeds and I did some organizing. And that was the first 10 days. We now have no ammunition and items. And our base has been torn to shreds. The next 10 will surely suck. Let's hope we can still be humanity's last stand.